What's going on, Paisanos? V here. Come at you guys, well, with another market watch today. You know, some of the biggest questions that ask me is always, V, what do I buy? Do I buy this? Do I invest in this? What do I do? But the main question, especially around the time of the Banlist, which we are currently in, is what do you sell? You see, I always find it important to sell before, well, the ship goes down, as I call it. You have a nice deck like Drytrons or maybe even Virtual World, and you're saying, man, do I hold these? Can these survive the ban list? And I'll tell you right now, I don't think they're going to, so I personally got rid of my stuff. I have personally sold over $1,000 worth of cards in a relatively short amount of time. And the reason why is because I don't believe a lot of these cards, right now in the meta, are going to last up into the next ban list. So I personally got rid of a ton of them, and then within a span of, I think, a couple of days, I sold about $1,000 worth of cards. And I think that if you're holding on to a deck like Drytrons or a Virtual World, unless you want to go down to ship and, hey, I salute you, Captain, you should sell. Common question of the day. Are you holding on to anything? What are you holding on to? Are you going down with the ship? Are you selling? And what are you selling? And is it worth it? And what are you looking to buy? I know it's a multifaceted question, but I feel like everybody has an idea, a story of what they want to get involved in and why. Some people are just going, hey man, listen, Drytron's been always good to me. I don't care. I'm playing an extravaganza this weekend, and the Banlist comes out today, tomorrow, after the weekend. I don't really care. I'm still gonna hold on to them. I'm going down the ship. Seriously, man. That's a trooper. But when you gotta hold some of these cards like I do, and you hold all these decks like I have, it makes no sense to really hold them and go down the ship with decks I personally don't feel I'm really attached to. Unless you really, really like a deck, and a deck is really special, maybe like Shadows or Burning Abyss, there's almost no reason to hold on to these decks. So I personally sold a bunch of cards, and in this video I'm going to be talking about a bunch of cards I think you should be selling, or you should be at least looking at selling before the Banlist comes. Let's add one very important note. Not only the Banlist though, we're also seeing with Ghosts from the Past have what, over 100 ultra rares. We're gonna have reprints. It's gonna be some of these cards, and they're going to go down in value. The first card I'm gonna recommend is Nadir Servant. Some of you might go, V, Nadir Servant's a great card in the slower format. In fact, I think Nadir Servant is gonna be seeing a lot more play in a very heavier mid-range meta, and I don't disagree whatsoever. The thing with Nadir Servant is, and the thing with, well, Dogmatica, we'll get to in a second, is it's very expensive. Why? Well, it's very expensive, obviously, because you don't have easy access to it like everybody else does. And if you don't have easy access to something, Konami's gonna reprint it, right? The Nadir Servant didn't come out yesterday. Dogmatica didn't come out yesterday. It's been out for a while, and there's a good chance you can get a reprint. With a reprinted version of an ultra rare Nadir Servant, the value of the secret rare would tank. I think we can both agree on that. Look at Nadir Servant at a price of duels for $6 to $8 market price. The value of this card is roughly around $70 to $71. It's insane. 70 times 3, $210 after shipping, let's say $180 for a playset in the Nadir Servants. We also have Dogmatic Ecclesia, the Virtuous, with a $24 market price, the value still being roughly around, well, $23 to $24. And of course, we have Dogmatic Fluidity, the Knighted, and it's roughly around, well, besides this guy who's a new seller, roughly around $17 to $18. There's almost no reason to hold this unless you're okay with losing money on this in the mid-range meta. More people might say yes, I personally am not. I'm playing Elitch, I'm playing all the Elitch variants, I don't need to hold on to this amount of money. That's just burning a hole in my pocket. And I think a lot of people out there debating what they're gonna play, what are they gonna fall back on. And if it's not Dogmatica as a core in anything, you're gonna want to sell this. There's a lot of money, and it's due for a reprint. And you might go, V, you know, there's a lot of older cards that need to be reprinted. No argument there, brother. But also, what you're forgetting about, Paisano, is the fact that Dogmatica is one of those cards, and is going to be getting a reprint inevitably. Now, as much as I like Forbidden Droplet, and once again, I love Forbidden Droplet, I didn't sell mine, by the way. I'll tell you right now, I didn't sell mine. I'll tell you what I sold and what I didn't sell as I go through this video. There's a lot of other cards I sold as well. I'm not going to go into too many details, but I'll tell you what I sold overall from this video. Forbidden Droplet out of Rise of the Duelist with a $122 market price is roughly around $121 to almost $122. Now, do you sell this card? No. Here's why. Unlike Dogmatica, which is a deck core, you can always play another mid-range deck core. Forbidden Droplet can fit into any one of those decks. In fact, the more slow the format, the more better this card becomes. Activate, 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 chain Forbidden Droplet, send them to the graveyard, resolve all those effects. Pretty broken. So as much as I think you should be getting rid of Dogmatica if you're not using it, I don't think you should be getting rid of Forbidden Droplets or its other counterpart in this set, Triple Tactics Talents. Now, if you don't have Triple Tactics Talents, I don't think you should buy it. It's like, I don't think you should be buying Forbidden Droplet. Even though I love these cards and they are broken, a best hit could change all this value. A reprint could nerf this value. But if you already have it, I think at this point you hold it. Little fun fact about Triple Tactics Talents, I only own 2 copies, both Starlight Rare, and I'm not buying a third one until I get to know what's going on with the Banlist, as well as what's going on with Ghost in the Past. There's no reason to spend a lot of money in those cards. Oh, real quickly, right away, the money I'm getting for TCG Player, that $1,000 you just saw, it's gonna be more, by the way, but it all goes to store credit. The reason I like to put my stuff in store credit TCG Player is because I have a job where I do real things in, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! It's basically me recycling Yu-Gi-Oh! But making more money as I do it. Think about it. If you have all your money in store credit and you buy a deck core, okay, and you still have money left over, that's money you could invest. Then you turn around and sell that money, and then you make more and more and more and more. So I'm trying to see how curious can I be with basically playing with store credit with TCG Player, not really putting any real money in. Don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be investing in this game, as I always do, and probably a little bit of Pokemon Secret Rare Energies, but I'm basically trying to get my deck core, max rare it out, because you know how we like it, and then have extra money that we can invest in to grow that. Whatever his money is in store credit. You can do it with a bank account, I guess, and you can, but you know, personal money with buying card money, to me, I just separate them. It makes it easy for me. Some people like to get money up front and then buy back, and that's totally fine, and some people like me like to do the other way. I like the other way. I want to see how high I can get that store credit, and I want to see you know, whatever. Get my max ready deck and have a nice amount of store credit in a day. It's kind of cool. Maybe we'll go back and do an update on my store credit. I can show you guys if you guys are really interested in that. Prosperity. You don't buy this card. You sell this card. V, Prosperity is so good. I can already hear the comments down below. V, you're insane. Prosperity is a great card. In the mid-range meta, this card's trash. It is. This card is barely fitting into the heavy combo decks we currently play in the game right now. And some of you might argue, V, it does work in some of the mid-range decks. Some of the time. A card working some of the decks some of the time doesn't equal all the time, and that tells me this card is not meant to have this kind of value. Prosperity coming out of Blazing Vortex with a $90 market price is roughly around, well, if you look at all these brand new sellers magically, it's roughly around that, but realistically, it's probably about $93. I would call it, and I don't care. I don't like this card for its value. Don't get me wrong, it's a great card, and I can definitely see it seeing playing decks, but for the value, it just doesn't make sense to even go in and buy this card. And I know I said this video is only about, you know, selling cards, but I'm talking to those who own Prosperity. Sell it. It's gonna be going down in value. Makes no sense holding it. Underdog. This card's cheap, and even though, like I said, this video is about selling, I just want to throw out there that there are other good cards that are seeing no play, like Underdog, and probably won't see play for a while. Nevertheless, this card's a card I think you should highly recommend you pick up if you don't have it already. I mentioned it before, I mentioned it again. I just really like it. We can wait for it to hit up about $1 or $2 before we go in and buy it, but I literally do on this video just to remind myself to tell you guys, as well as the fact that we're keeping an eye on this card. Then we have Super Optimization. Now, as much as I think you guys should be selling off everything, Super Optimization is still yet another good card, but here's the trick about it. Super Optimization currently has a market price of $64, meanwhile it's $68. Okay, sure, that's no big deal. The other versions are dirt cheap. They will rise as well. Just because Super Optimization is currently $68, the other versions is going to be rising as well in time. And they're the ones nobody's looking at right now because everyone's looking at Ultimate Red Super Poly. And they should if you can get it. But if you can't get it, the other versions are worth it. Alright. Elitch the Mad Golden Lords is a good card for the meta coming up in the new mid-range meta. And we'll get back to selling cards in 2 seconds, but Super Poly and Elitch Mad Golden Lord go hand in hand if Elitch is going to be one of the best decks moving forward in the mid-range meta, in which I think is going to be. So I just want to recommend, if you haven't did it already, go ahead and grab your Elitch the Mad Golden Lords. You just probably need about 2 of them, I'm going to guess. Still a phenomenal card, but keep an eye on that. Okay, back to selling. Chamber Dragon Maid at a Eternity Code with a $55 market price is roughly around $56. Now, this card might see some play in a new meta, but right now the real reason why it holds value, well, besides people are really excited about Dragon Maid tax, mainly is because of Dragon Links and how easily they can abuse Chamber Dragon Maid in their decks, and the new variants are doing that. And it's really good, but not $55 good, $56 good, $57. It's just not in the 50s. The reason why this card's worth so much money due to the fact that, well, once again, waifu tax, people playing Dragon Maids unironically, and Dragon Link doesn't merit the fact that the Maxi comes to 3. those decks get hurt big time. I don't know if Dragon Link can be played at a mid-range level. I really personally don't know. I mean, pure Dragon, Dragon Maidens, I honestly don't know. But what I do know is Dragon Link can't, and that will definitely have an impact on the value of Chamber Dragon Maid. Also coming out of Eternity Code, this card's probably due for a reprint in some time, so gonna want to sell this if you haven't done it already. Dragon Maid Shu? This card in Eternity Code with an $8 mark price is roughly still around roughly $8. Don't get me wrong, it's a good card, but it's only good if you're playing Dragon Mage. Unironically, if you don't mind paying a waifu tax for a dragon, or if you just say have this card and go, I'm gonna hold it, maybe it could go up more. The answer is probably not going to go up more, and you should probably be selling it. Of course, we got more Dragon Maid cards. Waifu tax people love paying the taxes. Chamber Dragon Maid currently at Mystic Fires is slowly rising up. It's going roughly around $32. Now, we don't even stop there. Of course, we still have the Dragon Maid Hospitality. That card actually has a price point roughly around $25. Calmed a little bit from the $27 market price, but nevertheless, worth a lot of money. Waifu tax. I can say you should sell it. You should sell it. You're not going to. That's waifu tax. Totally get it. Just want to throw it out there. Machina Metal Cruncher is another card I returning code roughly around $8 market price, and this is yet another card, unless you're playing this specific deck, you should get rid of. But V, you know the combos this deck could do. This deck is really good at those combos. I don't care. I personally think Max is coming out at 3, and I view the meta, future meta, with those lenses. Now, I know we can agree or disagree whether it does come out or not, and that's fine. That's fine. That's what I'm doing. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. You just sell a lot of cards, make a lot of money. What's going to work? You just buy whatever you want to buy again. But Machina, I don't think it's that good. The machine deck, I don't think it's that good enough to have this card be roughly around $8. You should be getting rid of this card as fast as possible. Then we have Red Eyes Dr Goon. This card should be banned. Anyone who says no is playing Red Eyes Dr Goon. Anyone's like, V, I don't think Red Eyes Dr Goon should be banned. Okay. You and the guys playing Virtual World, I don't think VFD. That's like a player playing Dragon, a player playing a Dragoon, and a player playing Virtual World. Here's the conversation. Here's how it works. Hold on. I don't think Dragoon should be banned. I think VFD should go to 1. Let's kiss. Yeah, they should go to 1. That is a conversation in insanity. What I just did was pretty insane, but that conversation is happening between Virtual World and people playing Dragoon. They should both be banned. Anyone who says no is either lying to you or playing a deck. That's it. They might even comment down below going, V, I like your opinion, I like your videos, I like your looks, I like your face. I don't like that you said that about the cards I'm playing. That could be a thing. But ultimately, Dragoon should be banned. It's broken. It's beyond broken. Easy to bring out. Now, you might say, V, we get Predator, Inverter, and Anaconda. We should. We definitely should. Just like we should have hit Union Carrier, but we didn't. By the way, we should still hit Union Carrier. It's not going to happen. So we should hit Dragoon. There's going to be a new card that Predator, Inverter, and Anaconda breaks, but until that moment happens, it's going to be Dragoon. You can make another argument going, V, we should hit the Vortex Fusion card. That's what we should hit. Sure. What does it bring out? Dragoon. We should hit Dragoon. Even though it should be Predator, Inverter, and Anaconda, even though it also should be Union Carrier. But the difference between, I guess the main difference is you can still bring out Red Eyes Dragoon by just hard summoning or playing all the utility cards to get it out into your hand. Play 3 Dragoons, bring out Dragoon, feel like a good player, but the card's just doing everything. The card's doing I'll pop a monster, I'll have a negate, you can't do shit, like stuff to me. It's broken. So I just want to throw it out there. And if you say like VFD should go to 1, like the minute I hear that, I just go, okay, we're done with that. Just tell me to build a virtual world. Is it good? And how do you play around like the mid-range matches? Because I know it's a problem for you, virtual player. All right, Nibiru should be sold. It should be sold fast. If you have Ultimate Nibirus, there's no reason for you to hold this card. Absolutely not. Listen, you can say, V, what are you talking about? It's good against Virtual World. It's good against Dragon Link. It's Rocket Link, what you want to call it. It's good against all those heavy spam decks. Those decks die come Maxi and maybe even into a more dominant mid-range meta without Maxi. I don't know. But I think the meta is shifting towards more mid-range, and those decks just naturally die off in those metas. They just can't survive. If you haven't seen the Latin America Extravaganza, besides that kid cheating, what we saw was Elitch versus Virtual World, and Elitch player didn't have to do nothing other than just take him to the mid game, and he did, and he smoked him. Looking at Nibiru, I'm not saying it's a terrible card. It's a great card, and it can definitely come back. But it's gonna lose value if we go into a more of a mid-range format. People might get a little crazy when I see mid-range. Now, I might do a video just explaining all types of deck. It's mid-range, so there's control and there's combo. Combo, you're trying to pop up first turn. You never want to lose dice rolls. You always get, run double sixes on your dices. You go pop up first turn. Control is doing the same thing every single turn. Literally doing the same thing every single turn. Some controllers are really good at recycling. Some controllers are really good at just maintaining the board presence, and ideally maintaining the board presence and not letting you get anything you can do. Good examples of control, by the way, are Ultigeist and Guru. And then we got mid-range, which a lot of decks right now are kind of in the middle of. Virtual World can be mid-range. Can it be as good mid-range as like Elitch? No. That's what Elitch is meant to do. Can be good. Old school Sound Grade players, the old Sound Grade players, OP, as broken as that deck was, it was mid-range. It was really good. And it had good recursion, and it really wanted to get you into the next couple of turns. But after a while, turn 6, 7, 8, if you're still doing the same thing and winning, you're probably playing a control deck. And that's the idea behind the whole situation. I know people get confused when I say those things, so I want to make it clear in the video. But I think it's really important for us to, whenever we get a new deck brought to us, we got to first, in order to understand the power level of the deck, at least identify what type of deck it is and what it's trying to do. Is it trying to spam the board immediately? Is it trying to just, have a good board presence that it wants to maintain? Kind of like True Dracos, which definitely is mid-range. You can argue control, but I don't know. Like, floodgates don't make it control as much as the deck itself. Or do you want to play the long game like Ultigeist and Guru, which don't care how long the game lasts. In fact, the longer the game, the better they are out, because they're playing a game of attrition. Hey, listen, they could do this all day long, and your pieces only have such a good longevity on each card. Until those cards are gone, they'll keep doing it, and that's what they want to do. But look at Nibiru in the mid-range format we're entering in. Nibiru is not that good of a card in that format. It's not bad, but nowhere near as good, and not seeing as much play as it's currently seeing right now. Magician's Soul is getting a reprint. We know it's going to get a reprint. It's inevitable that it's going to get a reprint. But Magician's Soul is right now a legendary duelist magical hero with an $80 mark price. Is roughly around, well, yeah, besides the German ones all over the place, Unlimited is roughly around 81s. First edition is roughly around $82, which is just matching its market price. It's getting a reprint. There's no reason to hold it. Sell it. I like this card a lot, though, but yeah, sell it. An Emancipated Researcher yells sell. In fact, the fact that this card came up in value because of the new Rock Stun deck that's out right now is pretty cool for anyone holding an Emancipated Researcher. Sell this card. Seriously, there's no reason to hold this card whatsoever. Original print coming out Secret Slaves with a $34 market price. The value is roughly around $30. Number one. Number two, this card's due for a reprint. But V, Secret Slaves didn't come out that long ago. Why do you say that? Because it came in the same set as Elitch the Golden Lord, and the majority of the Elitch stuff got reprinted. In fact, you want something cool? How about this? This is what you think about. Whenever you hear about any Emancipated reprint coming through, look at Researcher and go, cool, do they have signs? If it's no, then signs goes up in value. Just like when Elitch got reprinted, Ellen didn't get the reprint as well, and Curse Ellen went up in value, and Elixir went up in value. Some decks don't even play this card. Black Soldier case is definitely going to go down in value. We know with the Ghost Rare, this version will more than likely tank. Now, we don't know where it's going to go, but we do know it's going down. Black Soldier case originally had a price point roughly around $90 to $95. The value with a $74 market price is currently at, well, $75. Good for you. Sell this card. Ghost Rare is going to come out. People are going to be able to get that. The value of Ghost Rare is going to be low. There's no reason to hold Secret Rare over a Ghost Rare. You're going to play a Secret Rare Black Soldier Chaos over a Ghost Rare counterpart? Alright, I guess, yeah, you can do that, but there's a Ghost Rare. What do you, like, what? No, it's a Secret Rare, but it looks really pretty. Sure, I mean, yeah. Listen, you got a new BMX, and you just washed it and waxed it, and it's shiny. Cool. I'm pulling up on a Lamborghini, though. It's dirty, but at the end of the day, I got a Lamborghini, and you got a BMX bike. No, but V, I waxed it, I got pegs from the 90s, and I got a little horn. Alright, go deliver mail. We want me to tell? I got a Lamborghini. Like I'm not even gonna wash it and still I'll pick up chicks. You get chicked about your pegs? What are you doing with your life? Listen, all I'm saying is, if you're looking to play this one and Ghost Rare's out already, just know people will look at you a little bit funny if your rest of your deck is max rarity. That's all I'm saying. Like if you're part of the rarity paisanos or whatever, and you have a Secret Rare, people are gonna laugh at you. If everything else is max rarity and this isn't, like, that's for you. Okay. Vision Hero. There's Faris and there's the other one, Increase. Now, I'm not a Hero fanboy yet. There's always, and if you play this game long enough, there's a little voice that starts whispering to you. And the voice just goes, buy heroes, idiot. Like, it just tells you to you. And after a while, you in the beginning, you're like, shut up, stupid hero players. And after a while, you go, which one? And then it slowly goes, Stratos. And you're like, it's so beautiful. Stratos is a good looking card. Okay, yeah. And then you just buy one. Just buy one max rarity. Next thing you know, you have a max rarity hero deck and you sold everything else in the game of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you find yourself X4, okay, talking to another hero player about how good heroes are. Like, you just find yourself doing that. It just happens. You just go, I just had bad draws today, boys. Here's the best deck. Listen, all I want to say is Visionary Fast, Visionary Increase, more than likely is going to get an Ultra Rare reprint. The fact that it came out Battle Legends so long ago in Heroes Revenge means that reprint of these cards will be inevitable. Now, if you're a hero fanboy and you just heard exactly everything I said, don't get mad. Your secret rare versions will go down in value. You probably already own them, though. If you are thinking about buying heroes and the voice in your head whispering, don't buy it. Wait. With the Ultra Rare printed coming out, the value of the secrets might drop. Even if it drops a couple of dollars, that's a couple of dollars per copy due to the fact that you need 3 of these cards. 3 Fires, 3 Increase. So why don't you save more money, wait for the reprint, then go in and buy these. Up next, World Legacy Guard Dragon. Dragon Link players. You, and you. No, you're not Dragon Link? Okay, I'm sorry. You and you. Okay. World Legacy Guard Dragon's a card you're going to want to sell. Now, we have the Savage Deck Ultra Rare. We have the Prismatic Secret Rare. They're both like $8 to $10. Get rid of these cards. There's no reason you should be holding on to this card. Unless you, once again, going down to shoot with Dragon Links. Okay? Okay? You're the man. I went down with many ships. Okay? You play Yu-Gi-Oh! Long enough. You like a deck. You spend a ton of money with the deck. You get really good with the deck. And when there's like a band's coming through and everyone's like, your deck's gonna get hit, and everyone's like laughing at you, you're sitting there, you're just like, come on, Banlist, get your ass over here. And like, you don't care. You just don't care. Your deck gets hit and you're going, I don't even care. You put it in a deck box, a tier 4 is on your eye, and you put it away. And then you play the next deck. Like, I've been there many a times. But not with Dragon Link. If you're not there with Dragon Link either, you're gonna want to sell your World Legacy Guard Dragons. The card's not worth holding. And then we have Curse Elend. Now, once again, I think if you have Curse Elend, if you have Elitch, you should play Elitch. It's gonna be one of the best decks moving forward. And Konami has to literally say, like, ban Godalord in order for this deck to die. Like, they have to do that. I think we're all in agreement that they'll probably hit an Elixir. Maybe they'll even hit Curse Elend. But at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter. Elitch will still see play post-bans with that kind of restriction. It doesn't do nothing to the deck. I mean, it slows it down. Cool. Elitch is not playing pure right now. There's no play out there whipping it down with pure Elitch. It just doesn't work that way. Elitch is with other decks. Elitch Zodiac, Elitch Numeron. Say the deck. Elitch probably has joined up with it at one point throughout this game's history. Moving forward, it's gonna still happen. It might get powered down a little bit. Good. The deck's too broken in the mid-range format. It should get powered down, and we should all hope for that. Even if I'm playing Elitch, Max Ready German, just want to throw it out there. It should still get hit, because that is not cool in the mid-range format. That's not healthy. And the main thing we should all want at the end of the day is a healthy format. But looking at Curse Elend, $23. Once again, if you're not playing Elitch, you sell this card. You just sell this card. It makes no sense to hold on to it. It's gonna get a reprint. It's due for this as well. It's due for reprint just as much as Elitch's Golden Lord was due for reprint, in which it got it in maximum gold. This is due for reprint as well. Might even become an ultra rare, which would mirror the value of this. It might actually happen. Who knows? The only thing we know, it goes from the past, that it's gonna be all ultra rares from those cards and some ghost rares. And from the ban list, we know that there's a chance this card can get hit. So why would you hold this if you're not playing it? It makes zero sense. Sell it and sell it as fast as possible. Paisanos, I just want to say thank you for watching my videos, guys. I know I talk a lot and I go into it, and I know sometimes people agree with me, disagree with me. Or some people look and really go, why this, why that, and they might have more questions, and this is why I really want to break down the card as much as possible. But I do appreciate you guys enjoying watching my videos. It does mean a lot to me, and I do read your comments multiple times throughout the day, because I love hearing what you guys have to say about the cards in the game. I love this game, I love these cards, and I love the fact that we can have that conversation, whether it's in the comments down below, or wherever. If you guys follow me on Twitch, wherever, about these cards in the game. It really does mean a lot to me, and you know, during COVID, definitely gives me something to, the virus, or whatever goofy word we pretend it is today. It does give me something to enjoy today, and I really do enjoy that a lot, guys, and I thank you a lot for that. Anyway, paisanos, shut up. Anyway, paisanos, it's your boy V, and you paisanos have a great day.